Because you're the one who put the sex in Sex and the City. Nobody else really wanted to watch it, but the other three having sex. It just didn't work.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to, I guess. It was a great joy to be part of that, and I so enjoyed it. I think the dangerous thing is that people sort of associate you if you play a character over a long period of time, which I have Samantha, I think it's like 13 years now. Off and on, and I think people do associate with, so it gets kind of confusing. I think people they see me, but there's images in their head that have nothing to do with me and my sexuality, more Samantha.
Well, come on, how similar are you?
Well, we look similar. We don't have, we certainly don't feel the same way about men.
In what way?
Well, I'm sort of a serial monogamist.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
That's interesting.
I've had the relationships that I've been in have been usually for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've been married twice, and those relationships have lasted quite a while. Whereas Samantha, she's on to the next very quickly.
So how have you managed to be monogamous in an era when it's so unfashionable?
Well, I think that I fall in love. I fall in love very deeply, and I get to know the person, and we spend time together. Usually we share a lot of interests, and I invest a lot. I like to nurture. I don't have children, so the relationship is a way for me to express that kind of nurturing. And I enjoy being in a relationship very much. I find dating, especially now, over the internet with texts and emails, quite confusing because you really miss the physical contact with someone, actually spending time with them. And Skype doesn't really cut it as much as I like Skype. But I think it's being single at this time is not what I expected. I expected to definitely be in a relationship for a number of years.
Is it? I mean, it must be very difficult to date if it's you. I mean, you are intimidating to men, just purely from this character, aren't you? I mean, they must be terrified, these poor guys.
Well, Piers, I think it's difficult to date, period. I think it's difficult to meet people, especially, I'm in my 50s now, so I think it gets harder as you get older. Because I think most people meet their spouse, when they're in college, or some high school, some college, and then through work, and then you have a family, and then you go from there. But I think pretty much who your friends. You've dated quite a few people within that circle, and you have to go outside of that circle, and that's sometimes tough. Luckily, I've been spending the last 6 years a lot, as you know, in London and working there and meeting a whole new, family-based, friend base.
And how are you finding British men?
Interesting. Very interesting. A little hard to read, but basically, I think with men, the thing that you have to do is you have to really spell it out. I think it's sort of interesting to be flirting and the whole game that goes on with this. It's very time consuming.